till we knock it down. So turn the volume loud, 'cause it's spin to the AM. So baby, make just like cake, better let yourself.
Welcome to another episode. Actually, this is the first episode because I've never done one of these before. But you don't have to worry because I'm accredited through several community colleges and technology centers throughout the county. So rest assured, you. Let's go ahead and start this off by watching a short video. Okay, that was actually the wrong one. Sorry.
Carpet. I love desk.
Rick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them?
I love lamp.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Let's talk about the body's defense against disease. Not disease. You know, the immune system. I mean, this stuff happens from your head to your toes. Hair in your nose, causing turbulent airflow, catches it and just takes care of it. Also, your urinary and gastrointestinal systems work together to eliminate these pathogens via the feces, which is poop, and urine, which is also known as pee. The immune system fights disease by protecting it from foreign invaders. You know what I'm saying? The immune system can actually recognize these things as foreign or not foreign. It's like sonar. Let's talk about the actual cells involved in this. You got the leukocytes, or the white blood cells. The two kinds of white blood cells are the neutrophils and the macrophages. Both of these white blood cells basically attack it by eating it. I'm so hungry. Could really eat some infection right now. This process is actually called phagocytosis. When the sonar detects this foreign material, what does it do? It starts the inflammatory response. Two types of immune system response are cell-mediated immunity and humoral immunity. You see, both of these processes involve lymphocytes, which are a type of leukocytes, which are white blood cells. What? But cell-mediated immunity does not form antibodies for the foreign antigens. Humoral does. And then the antibodies stay in the blood, waiting for the antigens to return so they can kill them. Nice. The cell-mediated immunity generates these T lymphocytes, like helper T cells, suppressor T cells, killer T cells, and the inflammatory T cells. Boom. The humoral immunity, on the other hand, results from the action of antibodies that are formed by mature B lymphocytes. B as in boy, bat, ball, bulge. These B lymphocytes are actually responsible for remembering these antigens. That way, when it enters the blood again, the plasma cells create the antibodies that work specifically against that antigen. Now you got to remember, there's 5 classes of human antibodies. First one's IgG, which remembers an antigen and also recognizes any repeated invasions. Then the IgM, which is formed usually early in immune responses. The IgA, which is the main antibody for exocrine secretions, like milk. Then you have the IgD, which actually acts as an antigen receptor for the B lymphocytes. And then finally you have the IgE, which plays a major role in allergic reactions. And then you have autoimmunity, which is the body forming antibodies against itself. Then there's this thing called the complement system. It basically provides an alternate pathway to react more quickly to these antigens. It's made up of at least 20 proteins. It works with antibody formation and inflammatory reaction to fight infection. Then there's the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system involves the spleen, the thymus, the lymph nodes, and lymphatic ducts. Lymphatic ducts carry this fluid called lymph, which is basically the same thing as interstitial fluid. The lymph nodes are responsible for filtering the lymph. The spleen actually acts as 2 different organs since it does 2 different things. The white pulp of the spleen generates antibodies, and it also produces B and T lymphocytes. The red pulp of the spleen actually removes unwanted matter like damaged red blood cells. If you lose too much blood from the spleen, you can actually die. Die. Finally, let's talk about individual host immunity, okay? Passive immunity. Basically, you get this if you've received antibodies through the maternal circulation, the placenta. Passive immunity generally lasts from days to months. Now, if you develop antibodies from, let's say, a vaccine, then what do you have? You have active immunity. This can last years or maybe even a lifetime. The measure of a vaccine's effectiveness is reported as the vaccine's titer, or maybe it's the teeter, I don't know, titer. Immunizing against tetanus is a common practice in emergency medicine. Generalized tetanus can cause pain and stiffness in the jaw muscles, lockjaw. Well, there you go. That's all you need to know about the body's defense against disease, the immune system. Thank you so much for watching this accredited episode of my show. Thank you for watching, and you're welcome.